Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 16. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Stotara Sata Shri Shri Madhaisi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Sil Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinata Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 16. Natyashnatas tu yogosti nachaikanta manashinaha nachati swapnam shilasya jagrato naivacharjuna. Naityashnatas tu yogosti naichakanta manashnataha nachati swapna shilasya jagrato naivacharjuna. Natyashnatas tu yogosti nachaikanta manashnataha nachati swapna shilasya jagrato naivacharjuna. Na, never. Ati, too much. Ashnataha, of one who eats so. To, but. yoga, linking with the Supreme. Asti, there is. Na, never. No. Cha, also. Ekantam, very low. Anashnataha, abstaining from eating. Na, no. Cha, also. Ati, too much. Swapna shilasya, of one who sleeps too much. Jagrataha, of one who keeps night watch for too much. Na, not. Eva, eva, ever. Cha, and. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. There is no possibility of one becoming a yogi, O Arjuna, if one eats too much, or eats too little, sleeps too much, or does not sleep enough. Purport. Regulations of diet and sleep is recommended herein for the yogi. Too much eating means eating more than is required to keep the body and soul together. There is no need for men to eat animals because there is ample supply of grains, vegetables, fruits, and milk. Such simple foodstuff is considered to be in the mode of goodness, according to Bhagavad Gita. Animal food is for those in the mode of ignorance. Therefore, those who indulge in animal food, drinking, smoking, and eating food which is not first offered to Krishna, will suffer sinful reactions because of eating only polluted things. Bhunjate tu agam papa ye pachanti atmakaranat. Anyone who eats for sense pleasure or cooks for himself, not offering his food to Krishna, eats only sin. One who eats sin and eats more than is allotted to him cannot execute perfect yoga. It is best that one eats only the remnants of foodstuff offered to Krishna. A person in Krishna consciousness does not eat anything which is not first offered to Krishna. Therefore, only the Krishna conscious person can attain perfection in yoga practice. Nor can one who artificially abstains from eating, manufacturing his own personal process of fasting, practice yoga. The Krishna conscious person observes fasting as is recommended in the scriptures. He does not fast or eat more than required, and he is thus competent to perform yoga practice. One who eats more than required will dream very much while sleeping, and he must consequently sleep more than is required. One should not sleep more than 6 hours daily. One who sleeps more than 6 hours out of 24 is certainly influenced by the mode of ignorance. A person in the mode of ignorance is lazy and prone to sleep a great deal. Such a person cannot perform yoga. Na atyashnatas tu yogosti, na chaikantam anashnataha, na chaiti swapna shilasya jagrato naiva charjuna. Good. Sleeping too much. I am the number one responsible for that. Becoming free from eating too much, sleeping too much, that is the great blessing that Srila Prabhupada has given us by the simple method of chanting Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada didn't invent anything new. This process was brought to the material world by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came with his associates, with his spiritual dham, Navadip Mayapur, and with the holy name of Krishna, in a mission of great mercy, of great compassion, because he could see, and before him, of course, Advaita Acharya was one of his expansions, Sadashiva. Mahavishnu. Advaita Acharya took birth before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a very exalted Brahmin family in Shantipur near Navadip, and he saw around him only people who were interested in enjoying the senses, even if they practiced some kind of religion, even if by birth they were born in Vaishnava families, they were worshipping Vishnu or Krishna or Shalagram Shila in the Brahminical community, but the purpose of the worship was to solidify and to accentuate their material enjoyment, their family, their progeny, their community. And in this way, Advaita Acharya hardly saw anyone who was really interested in understanding, who am I? What is the purpose of my life? Who is my creator? And how do I get in touch with him? How do I satisfy this unlimited need I have for pleasure? When he saw that people were not interested in asking these questions, he understood that Kali Yuga was very advanced, and the only way to counteract or to break through this illusion was if Krishna himself would appear and bestow his mercy on these conditioned souls. Therefore he prayed to Krishna. He took his Shalagram Shila, which is Krishna himself, and simply by offering tulsi leaves and water and loudly crying, he invoked Krishna to come, and Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but in the mood of a devotee. Generally, when Krishna comes directly himself, Krishna or Rama, they come as powerful leaders, as the number one in society, which is what they are. They are the creators, the most powerful. So they come in royal families or warrior families, and they engage in transcendental violence to curb the demoniac practices of the general populace. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam. They come to protect the devotees from the machinations of the demons. Dharmastapanarthaya, and to establish what is the purpose of life, what is the purpose of Dharma. Dharma is not something you can invent. Dharma is not something that you practice today and don't practice tomorrow. Dharma is not an activity. It's not a philosophy. Dharma is the essence of every being. Just like the dharma of water is liquidity. The dharma of fire is heat and light. You cannot separate the dharma from the object. Similarly, the dharma of a living entity is to serve. Either we serve Krishna or we serve illusion, or serve our senses. Either we serve God or we serve a dog. That is our choice. But service must be there, no matter who you are. So, to teach this Dharma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, but not like Krishna. When Krishna established Dharma, he used his force to kill the demons. Rama killed Ravana, Krishna killed Kamsa and so many other demons. But Advaita Acharya understood that if Krishna comes now and kills the demons, there will be nobody left, because 99.9% of the world's populace are demoniac. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as Krishna, but not in the mood of Krishna, not in the mood of establishing his authority, of curbing the demons, but in the mood of a devotee. The devotee, and especially the greatest devotee, Srimati Radharani, the mood of a devotee is to please Krishna. Now, the hidden idea behind this is that Krishna is the creator of everyone. We are all simply parts and parcels of Krishna. Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. We are inconceivably one with Krishna in quality and different from Krishna in quantity. But the eternal relationship between Krishna and the living entity is eternally there. Therefore, Krishna goes with us in our heart. In whatever situation we go in the material world, Krishna will go with us. Whether we love him or whether we don't, whether we accept him or whether we don't, Krishna will stay with us, always alert, 24 hours a day. That is the name of Krishna, which means one who does not blink. That means he's eternally with us in our heart, waiting for us to turn towards him. Not only that, not only is he there as our eternal friend, he provides everything we need. Eko bahunam yo vidadati kaman. That is the difference between Krishna and every other living entity, is that he is the one who supplies the necessities of every other living being. And he is always within our heart as a true friend. You may have a friend, but that friendship can break under certain circumstances. But Krishna's friendship can never break. Therefore, he is eternally waiting for us to turn our attention to him. A devotee knows this. So he tries to turn every living entity he meets towards Krishna. Even if he meets a dog in the street, he will try and give him some prasad or chant the name of Krishna. In this way, the devotee knows that Krishna will be pleased not by killing the demons. Krishna will be pleased by turning the demons into devotees. Therefore, Krishna came as a devotee to teach us how to engage in devotion to Krishna. Devotion to Krishna, I mentioned here, is called yoga. Yoga means to connect with Krishna. And you cannot connect with Krishna if you concoct something. This is the meaning of the verse. Eating too much, eating too little, sleeping too much, sleeping too little. These things are concoctions. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave was very simple. He simply said, stop sinful activities and chant the name of Krishna. That's it. Never mind what you've done before. Never mind how many sinful activities you've created. Simply stop today and chant the name of Krishna. And this is the same formula that Srila Prabhupada gave us. What are sinful activities? Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex. These are at the base of every sinful activity. So, meat eating destroys compassion. You cannot kill another living being and in that way hope to satisfy Krishna. I may have many brothers, and if one brother is deficient or handicapped, doesn't mean I can kill him, because can I go to my father and say, well, Dad, but if this brother of ours is useless, he's handicapped, let's kill him. Do you think the father will agree? No. He will say, what is this? You want to kill your brother? He is my son. I am maintaining him. I have the right. You have no right to touch him. So in the same way, you can only accept what is offered to Krishna first. And Krishna very clearly says in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya pranachati. Just offer me with devotion some vegetarian food, I will accept it. That is our share. That Bhagavad Gita is meant for us, human beings. It's not meant for the tigers and leopards and crocodiles and other animals in the forest. Every animal in the forest gets his food exactly according to his need. You don't find a tiger eating rice and dal. You don't find a monkey eating, going after the tiger's booty to eat it. No. In the same way, Krishna has allotted us human beings food from the vegetable kingdom because it means less violence. Therefore, not only no meat eating, but we can offer our food. If we don't eat meat, we eat vegetarian food, we can offer it to Krishna, and that way the food becomes spiritualized. We don't commit any more sinful activities. Otherwise, as mentioned in this purport, Bhunjate tu agam papam ye pachanti atmakaranat. One who cooks pachanti atmakaranat for his own satisfaction, bhunjate tu agam papam. He is eating bhunjate. What is he eating? Agam papam. Sinful activity, sinful reactions. Because you're taking something which is not your property, not allotted to you, you're giving pain to others, and therefore you become entangled. Therefore, no meat eating, no intoxication. Why? Because intoxication takes us away from reality. I'm already intoxicated by this body, thinking that I am a man, I am a woman, I belong to this family, I belong to this community. If on top of that which is not true, we are actually spirit soul. We are not a male, female, nor do we belong to any community. We belong to Krishna. When we forget that and become intoxicated by the body, if we take more intoxication on top of that, the chances of understanding who we are and engaging in our eternal relationship with God become very, very limited. Therefore, no intoxication, no gambling. Why no gambling? Because gambling is cheating. That you want to put 1, you want to get back 10. It doesn't work like that. You cannot cheat Krishna. You want Krishna, you have to pay the price. And he says the price. Sarvadhamam parijjaja mam ekam sharanam. Simply surrender to me. That is the price. You cannot cheat. Just like I remember once when Prabhupada translated the book, the Upadeshamrita, the Nectar of Instruction. So that was a very famous book by Rupa Goswami. And in the last verse, Rupa Goswami recommends and glorifies, in the last verses, Radha Kunda. And he says that who will not go and live in Radha Kunda and become perfect in serving Radha Krishna? That was the conclusion. Therefore, some of our God brothers, they went and sat in Radha Kunda against Prabhupada's instruction. In fact, Prabhupada became very, very angry because they went to Radha Kunda forgetting that Rupa Goswami also made a condition. And the condition was that Radha Kunda is very rarely achieved. You cannot pretend that you are free, that you can sit in Radha Kunda and chant 64 rounds a day. That is not possible to do. In fact, Prabhupada said if you go to Radha Kunda, you'll become a monkey. So, balance is required. You can do in Krishna consciousness what is practical, not impractical. It is not practical to go and sit in a lonely place and chant the holy name of Krishna like Haridas Thakur. We don't have that power. But we have the power to chant 16 rounds, 2 hours a day. That's all it takes. We have the power to follow these simple principles. And within this power is the inner meaning of this verse, balanced life. And the fourth principle is no illicit sex. Illicit sex takes you very quickly away from spiritual identity to material identity. I have personal experience. Before I met Prabhupada, I was an accomplished woman hunter. That's all I did. I worked, I dressed, I bought paraphernalia, motor car, clothes, just to make money so I could hunt women. That was my main activity, looking for this unrequited love which doesn't exist. So these four principles are meant to keep us peaceful, to keep us, to make it easy for us to chant the holy name of Krishna in such a way that he becomes pleased with us because we chant according to his instructions. This is a yogi. And in the 6th chapter, Krishna says, he defines a yogi. Yoginam api sarvesham matgatena antaratmanaha. Out of all yogis, the best one is matgatena, one whose goal is me. Mat, gatena means road or goal, destiny. Matgatena, how? Antaratmanaha, within the heart. Shraddhavan vajate yomam, who worships me with shraddha, with faith. Same yuktatamo mataha. That is my opinion, Krishna says. That is my opinion. Same, my opinion. He is the best of all yogis. So the purpose of yoga is to make the situation peaceful so we can connect with Krishna. And once you connect with Krishna, there is nothing better. There is absolutely, once you achieve that connection with Krishna, you don't want anything else in the material world. You're not interested in material life anymore. You simply want to glorify Krishna. You want to read and hear more and more about Krishna. And ultimately, when the previous karma that you've accumulated over many millions and millions of births becomes annihilated, then you can actually meet Krishna face to face. Don't think that actually, meeting Krishna face to face, or meeting Krishna in his holy name, or in his deity form, or in his prasadam, or in his chanting, it is the same as meeting Krishna face to face. But within this material world, Krishna is not there for us to see him. But even if Krishna was here, when Krishna was here 5,000 years ago, not everybody recognized him as Krishna. His associate, the Vrimshis in Dwarka and in Mathura, his friends in Vrindavan, some knew that he was God. In Vrindavan, they even didn't care that he was God or not. They simply liked Krishna. They were not forced to worship Krishna because he was the Supreme Lord. If you travel in India, you find many, many Vaishnavas, but their main method of worship is to go to the temple and offer respect to the deity. They are conscious that I am limited and God is unlimited. They are conscious I am suffering and God is a fountainhead of happiness. So let me worship him so that I can become free from suffering. Chaturveda bhajante mam, Krishna says. 4 types of people worship me. Sukritino, they are meritorious. And Artharthi, one who requires material facilities. Artharthi, one who is suffering, he wants free from pain. Jnani, one is in knowledge. So these people worship Krishna, but they don't really understand. They haven't reached the point of connecting with Krishna in a way that makes everything else in the material world useless, or makes every other goal unnecessary. Most people go to the temple in that mood, to make their lives pleasant, to be free from pain, to be free from want. But Krishna wants us to connect with him as a person. This is the purpose of yoga, and one has to create a situation around himself which is very simple, and if he cannot do that simply by following these principles, chanting the holy names, offering one's food to Krishna, one can gradually come to understand that there is nothing better than me and Krishna. Krishna is mine and I am Krishna. Just like I was reading a beautiful prayer that I posted on Facebook about the serpent Kaliya. He polluted the Jamuna River. He caused the death of many living entities there. He was fighting with Krishna, tried to kill Krishna in many ways. He was only saved because his wives, they were devotees and they prayed to Krishna to forgive him. But when he came to his senses, he understood that he said, I am a great snake, I have so much power, I perform so many austerities, but in front of you I am nothing. I'm simply a poor living entity. Please forgive me. So this is the mood, that we approach Krishna in a humble way, and Krishna will gradually destroy all that is abhadra or inauspicious within our heart. Hridyantashoya bhadrani vidunoti surit satam. One who is surit satam, one who is a sincere devotee, becomes cleansed from the inside by hearing about Krishna. Srimvata Swakata Krishna, who has a taste not to go to the temple to ask Krishna to facilitate his material life, even though in a mode of goodness. No, but who goes to the temple with an eagerness to see Krishna, to hear from Krishna. That is a great blessing we have to ask for. Srimvata Swakata. Katha means how. How does Krishna perform his activities? When you read about Krishna's activities, you become cleansed because you're reading about the truth. You're reading about your master, your lover, your friend, what he's doing. If you really love someone, you want to know more and more and more about the person. And someone who is loved will reveal his innermost secrets. So if we don't have an understanding of Krishna's innermost secrets or an attachment to his activities, it's because we have not surrendered enough. We have not reached the point of purity. It is, our karma is there and it is spinning. Now, it's just like a fan. The fan is spinning. Now you pull the plug, and the fan will stop spinning only after a long time. It will continue by its own inertia. So by becoming a devotee, by following the principle, by chanting, slowly the wheel of karma spins less and less and less, and ultimately it will be completely annihilated, and then we will be qualified to meet Krishna. You cannot meet Krishna unless you're in the proper mood. Just like you cannot make a friend and be in a loving relationship with a friend unless you're in the proper friendly mood. That is my point. Thank you very much. Atma Pagemaker, Atma Vidya Prabhu has logged in, all the businesses. Thank you very much. And we'll see you all on Friday. Hare Krishna.